We're back! England's Strongest Man by Ultimate Strongman was this weekend. Let's talk about the results. Right, welcome back team. We are back. My life at the minute is painting, training, eating, recovery, and work. So I am knackered, I'm probably covered in paint, and I do apologise. England's Strongest Man by Ultimate Strongman was this weekend. I got a lot of people talking to me about it, so I thought I'd make a video about it. It was a really cool competition. So for those outside of the Strongman bubble, in England, we have Giants Live, England's Strongest Man, which I won this year, and then we have Ultimate Strongman, England's Strongest Man as well. So it's a bit confusing. A lot of people brought it up to me, mainly people not in the sport, but there's two England Strongest Men. I won Ultimates in 2023, actually. It tends to be the comp that people do as like a stepping stone to Giants Live, and you can see that with the lineup of the athletes we had, but also the results, which made it such an exciting competition. I like Ultimate Strongman. I push it for a lot of my guys. I think it is a great route to get in on the scene. Obviously, Giants Live, only a very small percentage of people can get there. You have to be super, super talented. You have to go up against people like England's Strongest Man, like Luke Richardson, myself, Shane Flowers, Kane. You know, you've got to beat all those guys before you're in the loop. Even the qualifier, the standard is absolutely crazy. So Ultimate Strongman, it's a great route. Just kicking off with the results to begin with, because Dean Mason, my guy, I love Dean. He's an absolute legend. Been around for a long time, Dean, but honestly, like, to come out and win against guys like Flynn, there's so many other good guys in this list that have been doing this scene for ages. I know Dean has as well, but awesome to see Dean take the win. I'm taking nothing away from Dean, but like these events for him, like he must have been licking his lips. Like these were perfect. All the events Dean are good at, and also his weaknesses, not even his weaknesses, but like some of the events in here, like he's had to work hard on, and he just didn't make any mistakes. It was really, really cool. Andrew Flynn coming in second. You do have to feel for Flynn, man. He's come second at both England's Strongest Mans this year by half a point. I can't even laugh at it yet. It's like it's too soon even for me, but I definitely will be taking the piss out of him at some point. But gutted for Flynn. He'll be back, I'm sure. Like, just bled a few too many points on the incline log, where Dean Mason was able to just stay on top of him, basically. And then Paul Smith, forever on the podium at Ultimate Strongman, it seems, in third. Really, really cool. I was actually going to do this comp. I pulled out because it is the week after the Rogue, and to be honest, I just didn't think the events lined up for what I wanted to do. I was also going to do the Magnus Classic, so originally I had 3 months in November. Thank Christ I didn't, because my body is broken for sports fans. I think Rogue was probably the most demanding comp I've ever done, and I would not have shown up in shape, so zero regrets there. Event one was bar bending. This is a huge factor of why I didn't do this show. Let's talk through the positives. Right. Let's talk through the negatives. It's incredibly dangerous. It's crap to watch. It's crap to do. You can't train it because you have to buy metal and bend it, and it is, I don't know, it's not about that wastefulness, and there was 5 bars in total, and it ended up being a drag race. Like 26.32 was the winning time for all 5 bars. Difference in points, 13th was 37.3 seconds, so you're talking 10 seconds between first and 13th. It's just pointless. It's old school and it needs to go, in my opinion. Remember, everyone's allowed an opinion. That one is mine. A lot of you may disagree. A lot of you may think it looks cool. Crack on. You will not see me in a comp where there is bar bending. Event number 2, log incline bench for reps. Again, I get this event. Like, it's a cool take on like a strongman event, but what's wrong with just log press for reps? I think it just looks better. It's actually safer as well. At this event, even like you see Dean Mason was like spitting blood out of his mouth because he dropped it on his nose. I remember I did it once at England's Strongest Man, was that 2 years ago, and I cleaned it into my chin, dropped on my nose. A guy broke his nose doing it. Like, if you've got that weight locked out and you're bringing it down, like, you just can't get away from it. And with this as well, the guys have figured out how to use leg drive on it as well. So it's not even a test of like strict pressing power, because the guys have learned that you can still use your leg drive. If you watch Flynn, you know, the man like used his legs perfectly, etc., etc. So a bit of a weird event. I'm really not trying to sound really negative, because like it's different and we should reward different events. Like, it's cool. It's something a bit different, and it's something the guys had to train for. And as you can see, Dean Mason trained fucking hard for this. He got 19 reps. I think he did 17 unbroken and did 2 more with 140 kilo. Phenomenal, like genuinely super, super impressive. Paul Smith picked up second, obviously. Good event for Paul. And then Ferry in third, 16 reps. 16 reps with 140 is like, that's huge. Like, I think the pressure must have been on Flynn for this one, because, you know, he's a good presser, but he's not up there with like the barrel chested, and this whole lineup was barrel chested big boys that can press. So Flynn did well. He got 6th on that event. I know for a fact that if I'd have been doing it, I'd have bled a lot more points than that on that event. So really not a fun event for the guys that are weaker at pressing. It really does highlight that. So again, shout out Dean Mason, literally won the first 2 events. What a guy. Third, we're going into a proper cool event. Kratos bar for max. I like that Ultimate Strongman do normally put a max event in. I think that is important. I think most Strongman shows should have a max of some point. That's just my opinion. If you've got a 5 event show, why not test a max in there as part of that show? Flynn, no surprises, did what he needed to do. His raw deadlift has come on so well. Pulled a nice 380, and then Dean Mason and Paul Smith came joint second with 360. Sorry, Andrew Redfern, I love you, Drew. Sorry. And Joe Brown. Right, loads of people pulled 360. Anyway, 4 people tied for second, which again, that's going to give Flynn a huge advantage. He got 3.5 points to catch up to Dean Mason. So, but Dean, doing what he does, came second. Good man. Not known for his deadlift, to be brutally honest. Like, he's clearly worked very hard, and awesome. And throwing in the Kratos bar as well, I really like that with the body power plates as well. It looked awesome. And yeah, I like that different bars are being tested. You know, it's not all just a deadlift bar, deadlift suits. That's one thing I do like about Ultimates as well. They don't like suits. It's all very raw. So 380 on a Kratos bar is really good. And shout out Flynn, awesome lift. Next, we had this Basque run, which was a stone to shoulder. It's sort of egg shaped. The weights were 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. So maybe, if I'm being like overly critical, like a little bit light, but I don't think like loads of guys were finishing it. Like, it looked a good challenge. And on that last stone as well, you saw the mistakes. Like, Flynn dropped it behind him. And I thought Dean Mason was going to creep in and like pip him there, but he just looked gassed, to be honest. Alex Ferry won that event. Paul Smith came second. Oh, Flynn came third, even though he dropped it. So fair play, Flynn. And then we go into the tire flip last event. Again, it's just a bit of a sketchy event. I like a tire flip. I'm not that mad about this. Like, no one got injured on it. It looked dry. Like, you know, the floor looked fine. So no issues from me with tire flip. I think it's a really cool event, especially like you throw back to Worlds where they had 5 athletes in a row going head to head. Sickest event ever. I really like it. So I won't have any hate thrown on tire flip if it's done safely. You know, the tires have got tread, the floor's fine, etc. Shout out Harrison McGrath, out of nowhere, won the tire flip. 35.29 for, I think it was like 9 flips. So really good. Clearly trained that one proper hard. And then Paul Smith second on that. So Paul Smith came second in the last 4 events, but just messed up the bar bending. And it shows that if you're consistent, you do well, but you just can't have a bad event in a show like this where everyone's so good. So 4 second place at 12th, got him 3rd overall. And yeah, Flynn came 3rd on the tire flip. Everyone was gassing Flynn up to win that event, so there must have been pressure on him there. Dean Mason knew he was against Flynn, knew Flynn was very good at this, and he couldn't afford to have someone in between them. So Flynn only beat him by 1 point, and he ended up taking the win by 0.5 point overall. So it was genuinely a proper exciting comp to watch. You know, whenever there's a head-to-head battle like that, where Flynn probably, to be honest, went in as the favourite. Really had to dig in to like sort of get back in the race, and honestly, he nearly did. He was pretty consistent. It's rare, very rare to see Flynn only win one event in an ultimate show. So yeah, Dean Mason 100% well deserved that win. I think he was unbelievable. I really hope to see him smash it at Giants, England's qualifier as well, get himself back to Giants Live, and hopefully I can go against him at Giants Live. Obviously got FOMO because I love competing, but I am not mad about my decision. So to wrap this up, I thought it was a good comp. It looked like they packed out the stadium, which is really, really cool. There's a Doncaster Dome. I've competed there a few times. It's a great venue. Shout out Glenn for just genuinely putting on a good show by the looks of things. I hope he looked after the athletes, hope they had plenty of warm-up time and everything like that, and I hope it was good fun for the athletes. Shout out my boys as well, Drew and Phil Hawkswell, just personal, just really like them, and they absolutely smashed it as well. If I had one criticism, guys, I think watching the YouTube, the live stream, I just don't know about the commentary team, just being completely honest with you guys now. Like, it seemed very negative a lot of the time, like they were picking people out on mistakes and bad technique and strategy, but then like they would go on and like they were commenting on Dean saying like, oh, he should have taken a break, and then he won the event on the log press, and it's like they're saying he should have stopped earlier, and it's like, but he's won. So like I don't know, just didn't quite sit right. I've seen a few people putting stories up and stuff. Like, I just don't think the commentary team did it justice, to be honest. And that's just me. And that's not me saying I could do a better job. Doing commentary is freaking hard. I think guys like Loz, like Nicola, you know, it is. Even Ben Glasscock at the official Strongman did such a good job. So it's a skill. I don't want to shit on people individually, anything like that. I'm just saying, like, just felt a bit weird to me. Like, the athletes are literally out there giving it their all, and just a few like weird comments and stuff like let it down for me. Awesome show Ultimate Strongman. I think it was brilliant to watch. Buzzing for Dean Mason to take the win. You know, like, as much as like the favourites like Flynn and Paul, like, it'd have been great to see them win again. Like, you know, this meant a lot to Dean, and I really do hope this just propels him to the next level. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know your comments below. Did you enjoy the show? Do you want to see me do that show again? And yeah, let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the mat site if you haven't done already. It helps me out a ton. And we will see you next time. I'm still the true England's strongest man.